How are we doing, belows? Welcome back to another Stream 8 video looking at Bitcoin and the whole crypto market cap, occasionally looking at silver, gold, and other stocks. But right now, Bitcoin, after many months, has finally filled this 81k CME gap, which I've been going on and on and on and on about on this channel. I said it was a magnet of liquidity, potentially fill the 80k CME gap before heading to the 4-year cycle lows, and finally, after what has been such a long time, 95 days, over 3 months, we've been going down and eventually we've filled the CME gap. Bitcoin opened the CME gap at 81k. We went as low as 60k before reversing all the way back up. And that move is over a 30% move, a 36% move on Bitcoin to get up and finally fill that CME gap. And as I said on Bitcoin, on this chart, we've had this white box highlighted on the chart for such a prolonged period of time. And as we can see in this bear flag going up to this. But before we get into the rest of the video, if you're enjoying the content so far, hit that like button, and if you're new, subscribe, and let's get into the video. Now, as I've been, my sentiment on this channel for the last few months has been bearish, and this chart pattern looks exactly like a bear flag that just hasn't played out yet. We've got the flagpole down, which is the impulse from this bear flag. So from the peak in October, we come down, with bear flag, we come down. And this is a bear flag because, quite frankly, all we do is price comes down, we chop in here before coming down. And if you see that in here, that is exactly what we're seeing in here, and that's the bear flag. Again, if you take this move down from this peak, 15th of January, about 100k to here, you can just see that we're making this bear flag in play at the minute. And you can see this is something that I expect to play out in here. It looks very similar. It's very similar to this, to that, and to this. And what we have got obviously is that fill of the 81k CME gap, which is what I've been looking for quite a long time since it opened. I did question if we would just leave it open and go straight into the bear market, but it would appear that we've filled it up now. And we're starting to get into May, and there's a typical thing in the market as well, sell in May and go away. And when Bitcoin's looking like this, and I'm expecting a move down, sell in May and go away this year. Not every year it makes sense, but this year, when the chart's looking the way it is, and we're in that 4th year of the cycle, in that 1 year of 52 week of bear market, we get 3 years of upside on Bitcoin and a year of downside typically. And when the chart's looking the way it is, and we've grinded up for, what was it, 36%? We've grinded up 33% over a period of 86 days. So 3 months, Bitcoin's went up 30%. And this, in my opinion, is just a relief rally in a bear market. All this is a relief rally in a bear market, in my opinion. You can disagree if you want, and we'll put plus fill 81k CME gap magnet, as that's basically a magnet of liquidity. But now I think the next move is significantly lower. I think a big move is coming. I think there's too many people in here that are bullish. Let's put more notes. Too many people bullish and think low is in. So that's the sentiment in here. Relief rally filled the 81k CME gap. That's the logic behind it. And also bear flag equals expecting lower prices. Right, so let's put the notes here. Too many people bullish, think the low is in. Bear flag expecting lower prices. And let's do another one. Nearly carbon copy to previous pattern above, which the pattern I'm on about is this pattern in here, this bear flag in here. So yeah, for me it is fairly simple. You can see on the way up you get these price patterns, like this is a massive bull flag from March 2024 to September 2024, and all we do is we come up and we chop around in here before eventually we get the break up. And all this is the bear flag reversed on its head. So yeah, think about it. If I invert this chart, for example, invert scale, this looks extremely bullish. These look like bull flags. You come up, your price comes down a bit in this flag before breaking up. We come down in this flag. To me, this looks extremely bullish, but this is because the chart's inverted. If you're ever in doubt, you can just flip the chart and see how it looks. But to me, it's so bearish. I don't know how people can be calling the bottom here. And yes, we broke this trend line, but I think that's just a fake out because we're filling the 81 CME gap. And one last note on the matter. Market makers trapping bills in a bear market. That is how they make money. That's how the market makers make money. They get people tricked into the wrong side of the move. People get bullish in here. The price comes down. They get trapped. Simple. Get liquidated. And for me, I just remain bearish. Risk off at the minute. And I think we bottom out later this year. Exactly like we've seen in Q4 in 2022. Exactly like we've seen in Q4 of 2018, sorry. And exactly like we've seen in Q4 of 2014. So again, all these chart patterns look pretty similar. And for me, it's just waiting for this bear flag to play out. Yes, it's been 3 months of a bear flag, and I've gave all this commentary now. I said a few weeks ago, situation remains unchanged. Bullish chop in a bear market, so just a relief rally. Cautious and patience is the name of the game until further notice. So now we've filled 81k CME gap, I can say that I think we can now go down without having to worry about liquidity to the upside. So yeah, that is kind of where I am. I don't need to overcomplicate it. Just use this one chart pattern. So yeah, like I said, bull flag in here. You can see this chart pattern kind of like a fallen wedge in here, right to the upside. So when chart patterns are there in front of me and they're obvious, I need to go with them. And that is exactly what I see. I chopped to the upside after a move down, so I expect another move down. And as always, the bigger picture is just simply the 4-year low later this year. Like the 4-year high in 2013, 17, 2021, 2025, and the 4-year low in 2014, 18, 2021, and 2026 later this year. That is kind of the theory at the minute, before I expect a 2029 high similar to the previous 4-year cycles. The 4-year cycle is yet to break, so I'm just going to keep going with it until further notice, until it breaks, until it's proved wrong. But for me, so far in Bitcoin's history, the 4-year cycle is king, and I'd be stupid to think any differently. So I'm just going to go with it, and yeah, it's worked out so far since I flipped bearish a few months back. Granted, if I was a bit late to flipping bearish, but I flipped bearish in time to save some capital, and I think it'll save even more going in the next few months, and eventually we'll take advantage of the lows later this year. Again, the total crypto market cap in this rising wedge pattern, again failing to break up out of this range so far. Again, looks like a carbon copy of this bear flagging rising wedge kind of pattern in here, and I'd expect a break to the downside, as I said, with the Bitcoin chart come down. But this isn't a bear flag, it's more of a rising wedge. I'd expect to break to the downside in here. So again, just monitoring it. You can also see the total crypto market lost a massive level of support in here, this trend line, back in the end of January when we actually broke down from this rising wedge. So the total crypto market cap, the whole crypto market cap, Bitcoin, Ethereum, the rest of the altcoins. And yeah, let's see if we can, we're also coming to a massive area here, of this area in here. which we rejected from at the March 2024 high, the exact same area in here. So are we going to reject here and go lower? But that is a read on the market. Staying patient, staying risk off. But for me, it's good that we've finally filled the CME gap, which has been kept open, had that liquidity higher, and we've finally come and taken it. So for me, as explained in this video, I think a move down will be coming fairly soon. So the question is it a sell in May and go away? Let me know your thoughts. Cheers for watching.